Yo, what's up? My name is Blessing, and this is Wired.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Forza Horizon 3 does something to me.
200 yards, turn right.
Forza Horizon 3 masters what I like to call the art of joy. When rich people need a vacation, you imagine they hop a plane to Hawaii, Dubai, or Australia. As someone who plays games, if you're in need of a vacation, may I suggest Forza Horizon 3. Of course, it's difficult for video games to replace the thrill of arriving in a country you may or may not have been in before and experiencing what that land has to offer. But when it comes to the positive emotional resonance of a land and experience connecting with a player, Forza Horizon 3 nails it. Playing the game feels like I'm on vacation, and I'm convinced that this is by design. It is a game made to instill a feeling of euphoria in the player, and it succeeds with literal flying colors. Through presentation, progression, and world design, Forza Horizon 3 creates a fantastic gaming experience by utilizing what I call the art of joy. Joy is a word that isn't thrown around a lot when it comes to video games. And my question is, why not? Are video games not a medium we go to when in search of that particular emotion? That's not a rhetorical question. Fallout 4, Battlefield, Doom, Deus Ex. Are these worlds that we voluntarily immerse ourselves in while in search of joy? I don't think the answer is necessarily yes. Many games we play to experience narrative, or to challenge ourselves, or as a social experience. And all that is fine, but oftentimes it seems like the feeling of joy is missed. That is, until we arrive in the front seat of a fast-speeding car in Forza. Forza Horizon 3 throws you into a breathtaking recreation of Australia. The world is beautiful, the sun is bright, everything is colorful, and everything about the land from a visual aesthetic standpoint is striking. It's not super stylized or artistically unique, it's just beautiful. The game's Australia is what you would imagine going to when contemplating a vacation to paradise. The land is diverse, and whether you're in the outback, city, or any of the other large unique areas the game has to offer, the colors, the brightness, the detail make the world pop. And the beautiful parts of Australia are highlighted. The world is so beautiful and refreshing that it's a joy to be in. Driving just to look around and take everything in gives off a feeling of euphoria that is hard to replicate. And as much as this has to do with the world, it also has to do with progression. My favorite thing about old school arcade games is the feedback that is given to you as you play. By feedback, I mean the way the game responds to the player. Feedback is at its best when the response from the game is positive. If you hop on top of an enemy in Mario, you're given points. The points kind of mean nothing, but they're still points. This feeling of being rewarded is a good feeling. Forza is a game that continually gives the player positive feedback by rewarding the player in multiple ways. As I drive, the more skillful I am, the more experience points I get. And the points I'm earning are prominently displayed on the screen for me to see. Not only that, but I'm rewarded with experience and cash after every event. Not only that, when I level up, I get randomized rewards. Not only that, there are skill trees that make getting those rewards even easier. That means you can choose to be rewarded by making it easier to be rewarded. Different activities net you different rewards. And being rewarded brings the feeling of joy. The soundtrack also contributes to Forza Horizon 3's mastery of the art of joy. The game gives you a selection of different music genres, but no matter what station you choose, the music fits a tone that fits right in the game. No song in the game makes you feel angry, sad, thoughtful, just energetic. Somehow I've made it this far without mentioning the core gameplay that Horizon 3 has to offer. Driving in Forza Horizon 3 is the glue that holds all of these ingredients together, and the driving feels amazing. I don't just mean this in the sense that it is a competent driving game. Other racing games have great mechanics, and even previous Forza games have great driving, but Forza Horizon 3 feels great to drive in. The sense of speed, the vibration of the engine, the feeling of total control, and the overall sense of freedom is joyful. Driving to different events is fun, not to mention the events themselves are often unpredictable and serve the purpose of creating a fun, joyful, often unexpected experience. Forza Horizon 3 started off with me racing a helicopter carrying a car, and later on ended up with me racing a train to the finish line. A whole new layer of the game was peeled back when I discovered the Outback and off-road vehicles were introduced. There are events where you can drive classic cars, and the whole objective is to just have fun and drift. The primary motive of the game is fun, and the result is joy. The art of joy is one that is pursued by many but mastered by few. In a time where many creators are focusing on other elements of their games, the feeling of joy is often missed. Forza Horizon 3 is an example of a game that plays with the idea of emotion and uses it to create the utmost positive experience for the player. Euphoria can be powerful. Forza's use of it has resulted in a product that has lifted my spirits more than any other game has done this year. Thank you so much for checking out Wired. If you enjoyed it, you should totally subscribe, like, and comment to let me know what you think. My name is Blessing. You can also find me on Twitter at Blessing Jr. You can find the OK Beast podcast on iTunes, and you can find more content right here on OK Beast.